Okay.
So this is my evaluation question number 3. What kind of media institute might distribute your media product and why? The media institute that I picked to publish my media product was TCO London, which is short for Church of London. They're quite a small media institute. They published Little White Lies, which is a magazine that I used for my inspiration for my own media piece. In fact, they've only actually published 2 magazines, but both of them are quite artsy, and they have the same sort of themes that I go for in my own magazine. They're not particularly well known, but they do have a website and a Twitter page and means of like communicating and getting themselves out there. And they're a communication and design based website, which is Media Institute at least, which is quoted from their own website. That's one of the magazines that they published, Hook magazine, and it looks a bit different to the normal sort of magazines that you would see out there, especially like fashion magazines. The distribution methods that they use is they attend a lot of art galleries and film events, which would help considering that my media piece is for like movie scores and stuff. They feature a lot in art exhibits as well because their covers are quite creative and people seem to like that. And they've also done panels at sort of interventions for other magazines and stuff. They also publish for quite a small audience, which I guess would be reformers, which is the kind of audience that I'm going for. For my distribution, I would use physical copies, which I would place in supermarkets, corner shops, schools, offices, things like that, where they'd be easy for people to access. I'd have an online copy so that people could read it on the internet as well if they don't have access to one in person. I'd have a full interactive website which would show like previews of issues that were coming out soon and extra competitions that might not be in the magazine. So if they wanted to do that, they would have to go to the website. I would also put advertisements on like radio stations and on television and on the internet, especially for YouTube videos, which would probably be done by Google.
Can I ask you, which distribution method do you think would make you the most money?
I think probably the internet advertisements, because you wouldn't have to just put them on YouTube, you could put them on loads of websites, you could put them on Facebook, you could put them on Twitter, you could put them pretty much anywhere. Okay, question 4. Who would your target audience for your media product be? Targeting my audience would be reformers and probably students between the ages of 16 and 23, seeing as that's sort of the age that my magazine is focused around, especially with the people that are interviewed in it and stuff. It would be for people that are interested in film music and soundtracks, so probably people that were studying music themselves. I would do a discount for subscribers because obviously students don't have that much money to spend, so that would probably attract them a lot more if they could get a good deal on buying it. And then I would also appeal to users of social media by having a Twitter account for the magazine, a Facebook page, a blog on Tumblr, which is quite a well-used sort of website for reformers and students. Question 6, what have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing this product? I learned that there are a lot of ways to distribute a magazine, like online and ways that you can read it on an app on your phone and stuff, as well as just physical copies. I learned that advertising through television, radio and internet is actually quite useful. It's quite useful because it just gets the magazine a bit more out there rather than just placing it in a shop and waiting for people to buy it. I also learned that audiences are really attracted to modern digital ways of viewing things, like especially things that would usually come in paper form, like magazines and books and stuff. And the things like scan codes and apps are really popular to add to a magazine because it makes that magazine easier and cheaper to access, and plus you can get straight to the point with the information that you actually want to see with a magazine. And that's it.
Okay, so is media technology a big part of putting your magazine out there?
Yeah,
okay.
I'd say so.
Would it, like, what would happen if you didn't have that media technology?
It would probably still become a bit more popular over time, just not as much, I think. Because there was obviously a time when magazines didn't have technology to get themselves out there. But yeah, it helps.
Okay, great, thank you.